I've got an awesome video to share with you guys today. This is a 565 Aegon absolutely tearing through Realm of Legends as fast as possible. Full suicide masteries, full synergy setup. Aegon will be used for all 11 fights in here, not holding back at all, spamming special twos even during this first fight, even though going to be taking a lot of damage from recoil, and all this without using a single item to get through the entire run. It's pretty awesome. Now, I don't have a 565 Aegon. I don't have a 5-star or even 4-star Aegon for that matter. This footage was sent over courtesy of Cameron, the same Cameron that is also in for Loki with me, the same Cameron that you guys may be familiar with that has been a guest on many live streams, including my 5.4 Legends run. He helped out with my Labyrinth of Legends runs as well, and helped out during a bunch of the new champion testing streams. So some of you guys already know Cameron. If you see him during a live stream, tell him thank you for sending over this awesome footage. Now let's start breaking down how everything works here, starting with the synergy team that Cameron's using. He brought in Aegon, Heimdall, Angela, Thor Ragnarok, and Nick Fury. We'll start out with Nick Fury. You guys may have noticed that Cameron killed off Nick Fury for the first fight here, and that's because he essentially gives plus 20% attack bonus to hero champions. Angela's on the team to provide plus 25% potency to Fury effects. Heimdall's here for 3 synergies, although this first one, the cheat death one that you guys are probably familiar with, is not going to be getting used, so we can just go ahead and cross that one off the screen here. The other 2 synergies that Heimdall provides, they both work the same way. It's the dash back, hold block for 1.5 seconds. The one with Angela gives plus 15% Fury, and the one with Fraggle Rock gives 15% of missing health. Is going to restore that to Aegon. So that's all the synergies. I know it's kind of covering up the screen there, but that's because this first fight, well, it's the slowest fight through the run. We're almost through it already. It's still going decently quickly, but the way that Aegon, kind of takes time to ramp up, this will be the slowest run through, slowest fight throughout the entire run. I'm going to go over exactly how all of Aegon's abilities work as well, but we'll start getting into that during the next fight. The first thing you need to know about Aegon, if you're not familiar with the champion already, is that he needs to be awakened. When awakened, he carries over part of the combo from the previous fight, and it just kind of stacks up over time. The more fights you do within a single quest, the higher that combo builds, and that's how all of Aegon's abilities work, is just based on that combo. So we're going to carry over 92 hits from that first fight, carries over about 70%. Based on Sig level. It's 75% at max Sig level, but 70% for this particular Aegon. So it gains plus 32 crit rating per hit in the combo meter. At 5 hits or more, then all of your crits have a 40% chance to shrug off debuffs, which is how he's shrugging off the bleed and poison at the start of the fight. At 10 hits or more, you gain plus 13 crit damage rating per combo hit. Once you get to a combo of 30 hits or more, you can start critting through the enemy's blocks, which, you actually deal good damage when just attacking into their block because of that. At 50 hits or more, you gain a short and stoppable when charging your heavy attack, which I don't know if it appears in this fight at all, but in the next fight and throughout the run, you'll notice it. At 75 hits or more, opponents have negative 85% block proficiency when crit, which is nice paired up with the other bonus that you gain. At 100 hits or more, your crits now have a 100% chance to shrug off a debuff. And at a 150 combo, crits give 0.7 seconds, 0.75 seconds of true accuracy. It's a buff that you'll notice, whenever Aegon crits, it's that purple bullseye-looking icon that pops up, and it just prevents the enemy from evading whenever you have that buff, which doesn't really matter inside of Realm of Legends. All right, moving on to the Juggernaut fight, and you can tell these fights, man, they're starting to go a little bit faster here. This fight against Juggernaut, even though he goes unstoppable, it still will be a relatively quick fight. And then after this, yeah, the run's really going to be flying as the combo meter starts to really get up there. So the next bonus that we're going to gain is at a 200 hit combo. And actually, before I explain what that does, you're going to notice in just a moment here that Cameron's going to use his heavy attack, and you're going to see an unstoppable buff on Aegon. And I think he was actually trying to get hit, because when you get hit with Aegon, you have a combo shield that activates, and because you're unstoppable, you kind of just automatically launch back with that heavy attack. You actually gain some Furies, and they're very powerful Furies. You gain 6 of them in total, and all 6 of those Furies, it's about 50% extra of your base attack. Now the 200 hit combo that you gain, it makes it so that your crit attacks ignore physical resistance. All crits ignore physical resistance, which doesn't really matter so much against this Juggernaut, but against the next fight, which is Rhino. Rhino actually has a lot of physical resistance. So this bonus, it comes just in time to help take down this Rhino. So yeah, the next fight against Rhino with class advantage with that 200 hit combo bonus, the damage is going to start to get serious. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a moment. But Juggernaut goes down. Took 82 hits to do it. Like I said, these first few fights a little bit slower, but now it's gonna get pretty quick. Not only does this fight go by very quick, but in the next fight we gain the next bonus, which is arguably Aegon's best bonus in terms of just raw damage that he's able to deal. So we'll get to that in just a moment. All right, you can see here Aegon's already critting pretty hard. Cameron activates the Fury, gains some health back with the Heimdall synergy. He's going to be critting on the medium attacks for over 10k now, nearly 7k on the light attacks. And there we go. He just activated the Furies by getting hit, doing that heavy attack trick that you can do with Aegon. And that just amplified the damage by an insane amount. The bleed off the special 2 is ticking for over 8k right now. And yeah, this Rhino is almost dead. He's going to get to a second special 2, and that second special 2 is going to end the fight. 2 special 2s, that's all it takes, and the fight is over. So yeah, Rhino goes down very quickly here. The only bad part about ending fights so quickly like this is that you don't really have a lot of combo hits to carry over. It's awesome that the fight's over that quick, but at the same time, you kind of want to build up that combo meter. I don't think it's a good idea to deliberately slow down the fight or anything like that, but it's just kind of one of those funny things about Aegon. All right, so here we go. Aegon versus Storm now, and we're getting close to that 300 hit combo meter, which once again, it arguably is the best in terms of just providing raw damage. Aside from just all of your attacks adding to your crit and crit damage and stuff like that, but the 300 hit combo meter bonus that you get is you gain 3 Furies. All 3 of those Furies give plus 20% to your base attack, which is Aegon's base attack as a 565 champion is 2700. So you're gaining a little over 500 attack for each one of those Furies. Now they don't have that long of a duration on them, and you can only have 3 at a time. But still, you could tell the damage. It went up. It went up quite a bit. It's not as noticeable from the last fight to this fight, just because you had class advantage against that Rhino. But the damage definitely went up. And you're going to see, the later we get into this place, yeah, that damage will be very noticeable. Especially the last fight in here is against Hulk, which Aegon, once again, has class advantage against. So with class advantage, those Furies, all the combo hits, providing all that extra crit damage and everything, it gets pretty insane. All right, so here we are against Vision. And this Vision, he's already taking crits of over 10k on the mediums. You could tell some of those crits through the block even hit pretty hard. Now, can't apply any bleeds to Vision, unfortunately, so the special 2 really isn't going to deal that much damage. I mean, the physical hits on it alone are still pretty nice, but Cameron doesn't go for the he opts to go for the special 3 because of that bleed immunity. And he does a pretty cool trick here again where, he gets hit intentionally while charging that heavy attack. Now he's going to have all these plus Furies. Vision is going to be stunned. He actually is stunned for 7 seconds in total. A ridiculously long stun duration. And look at that damage, man. Like, what just happened? I couldn't even commentate fast enough to explain all of what was going on there. But the combination of the Furies off the regular attacks from having a 300 hit combo meter, plus the 6 Furies that you gain from getting hit, which he has again right now since he got hit accidentally at the start of this fight here. So he's going to start out by hitting pretty hard against this Black Panther. Which is, it's not something that you can always do. It's best to do it, maybe like once per fight or something. Also, when charging up your heavy attacks, you can only take 5% of your maximum health. That's the other part of the bonus to getting hit when charging up your heavy. That's why it's ideal to intentionally get hit while charging the heavy versus just getting hit in some other type of way. But yeah, man, the damage. Every hit is basically a guaranteed crit at this point. You'll see some non-crits as the fights go on, but for the most part, every single hit is critting, and it's critting for an insane amount of damage. The special 2 just barely doesn't kill him, takes that recoil damage. I know at that point Cameron had to have been just a little bit pissed, like, oh, come on, man, he almost died. One second earlier, wouldn't have taken that recoil, but hey, it's still fine. All right, so going up against Scarlet Witch now, and again, one of the bonuses that Aegon has is that every single crit is guaranteed to shrug off a debuff. So you don't have to worry about taking any type of poison damage from the Scarlet Witch. You don't have to worry about suffering from any of the other debuffs. Those are all going to get shrugged off immediately. So here we go. He actually tried to get hit with that heavy attack trick again. Scarlet Witch wasn't playing into it, but that's fine. Even without gaining all those Furies from getting hit, you can see that bleed is ticking for 4,300 every half second, and this Scarlet Witch is about to drop already. These fights just go by so quickly. We're about 12 minutes into the run right now, and Scarlet Witch is already down. The next fight up is going to be the Wolverine fight, and Aegon can actually turn off defensive abilities, but you have to have a 500 hit combo meter to do so. So at 500 hits into the combo, crits reduce defensive ability accuracy on your next attack. That's how it works. But we're not quite there yet. So what to do? Does Cameron just stall? Does Cameron stall until getting to 500 hits in the combo meter, or what's the game plan here? Well, there's a couple things that he does. It looks like he's just attacking into this Wolverine, building up the combo meter to start things out, seeing if maybe he can just overpower this Wolverine with the damage. But Wolverine's healing for too much right now. So the next thing he's going to do is he's actually going to build up to a special 3. And once he gets that special 3, he's also going to get hit right before activating. Basically the same strategy used against Vision. And then his damage is going to be so high, it's actually going to overpower any of the healing that Wolverine has. In addition to that, while stunned, he eventually will get over that 500 hit combo to the point where he will be turning off all of Wolverine's abilities. But here we go. He's going to get hit intentionally with the heavy attack. All right, so now he's all Fury boosted like crazy. His damage is going to be through the roof. He's launching the special 3, which is going to stun Wolverine for the next 7 seconds. And just watch the damage numbers. Oh my goodness, man. 20k light attack crits, basically. 30k medium crits. And this Wolverine is just melting. There's no way that Wolverine can heal through this. And at this point, now Cameron is over 500 hits in the combo meter, so Wolverine can't even activate his healing anymore. And there we go. He drops. All right, moving on. We're down to the final 2 fights in this place. First up is Black Bolt, and unfortunately, that's it for Aegon's special abilities. There are 2 other abilities that he gains from having a high combo meter, but just not going to get there through this Realm of Legends run. The first one is at 750 hits, where crits grant Unstoppable plus a combo shield. And then the next one is at 1,000 hits in the combo meter, where crits cause the next hit to be unblockable. Now, you can definitely activate these things inside of Labyrinth of Legends. You can activate these abilities using a lower level Aegon. Maybe there's some quests out there where the fights are that long where you could actually get to that 1,000 hit mark. But for the most part, it's a Labyrinth of Legends ability. Oh my goodness, even that special one was dealing some insane damage there. And all right, there we go. Black Bolt goes down. We're approaching the final fight. Cameron has his 500 hits in the Gabo meter. Class advantage, and this fight is just going to go down very quickly. As soon as he's able to activate the additional Furies, he's got to get his healing in from the synergy first. Got to get that healing. Got to gain that health. Got to gain that Fury, and oh my goodness, the amount of damage that's pouring out of Aegon already. 12k on the mediums. And he's about to activate his extra damage. The one thing you have to be careful of when trying to activate the extra damage is you don't really want to do it when the enemy has a special, especially one that can stun you. But here we go. He activates the heavy attack, gains those Furies. The bleeds are hitting for over 10k per tick, and that Hulk, well, he's done. And that's it for the entire Realm of Legends run. Took about 16 minutes in total. Thanks again to Cameron for sending over this footage. If you enjoyed it, then be sure to let him know in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.